Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD Starcraft, and I'm here for another Heart of the Swarm broadcast. Today I'll be doing another game with Quantic Hyun. Very impressive Zerg player. He's the blue Zerg player in the bottom right-hand corner of Belshir Vestige. And in the top left-hand corner, we've got Clarity Gaming's cShuttle, who is a Korean Terran, as far as I understand it. He actually tried to qualify for GSL Code A, and barely missed it, I think. So he's a pretty damn good Terran player here, and very excited to cast another TVZ with Quantic Hyun. The last one I casted with him and Pult was pretty damn good, as well as the one that I casted with him and DeMuslim. If you guys haven't seen those games, oh wow, you have to check it out. Hyun is super good player. That's all I gotta say about that. Super solid, and it's time for a TVZ here on Belshir Vestige. I do want to say, over the next couple of days, I'll be blasting my YouTube channel with a ton of casts, actually over the next week or so, because the week after that, I will be taking a trip out to Las Vegas, and I won't be back for about 5 or 6 days, and this time around, I don't plan on uploading videos during, like, I don't plan on pre-recording videos and then uploading them, so I'll probably just take, like, a 5-day break or something, but I will blast my YouTube channel with a bunch of casts to make up for it. So, yes, if you guys want to watch Starcraft 2, then make sure you guys are subscribed, or if you're not subscribed, then, or if you are subscribed, then make sure you guys stay tuned to your subscription box or my channel, whatever. So anyways, we do have a drone now making its way across the map and the lush vast jungle of the Belshir Vestige. Unfortunately, there is no Protoss on this map right now, as the Terrans and the Zergs now are at war. They have ousted the Protoss, and now the Terrans and the Zergs are now fighting for domination on this map. The drone has made its way over into Shuttle's base, and Hyun very good about scouting. I'm actually surprised he sent a drone into this far in. I guess you know, you can harass the Terran player and prevent the racks from going down and all that good stuff, but he is going to lose his drone obviously because now the wall is set up. But he can keep it alive for as long as he can, and he does get a good scouting information. He will see that, hey, there is a Reaper on the way. As you know, usually Terrans, when they get gas at this point, you do expect to see a Reaper, and so that drone is going to pay off for itself, even though it will die. And the reason why I said it was a surprise is sometimes Zerg players will just say, forget scouting with the drone, I'll just save it and use my Overlord to sniff things out. But yeah, it's kind of a preference thing, I suppose. As these 3 drones are now going to be mining gas over at this extractor. And it looks like we will be seeing an extractor coming up over here in the Terran's main base as well. So Hyun is definitely trying to keep the drone alive for as long as possible. The nice thing about this is it definitely distracts Shuttle. And I don't know if it's worth it to put the Reaper, your initial scouting Reaper, to killing off this extractor, because you do lose time that this Reaper could otherwise be going around the map and doing other nasty things. But regardless, it looks like he really wants this gas, as he is adding on another factory. And this Overlord, wow, what a dangerous float from the Overlord by Hyun. You know, a lot of times you don't know if the Terran is going to be adding on more Reapers or if he's adding on a Marine, but it is a gamble, because most of the time the Terran player is going to be adding on more Reapers or add-ons. So Hyun making a bit of a gamble here, and it's going to pay off for him. He won't need to worry about that Overlord dying for some time, as a couple of Zerglings here are parading across the map, the Savannah, and these are the Raptor upgraded lings. Cosmetic changes only, of course. Yeah, this should be pretty interesting. We have a Widow Mine coming out from the factory. So the thing here is, will Shuttle be going for a biomech mixture? Will he try to go for a more one type of unit, like all metal or all bio? Usually most Terran players opt to go for a mixture of bio and mech against Zerg, as it does, it is like the best way to play, I feel like, against Zerg players. Those Zerglings are going to take out, no, it's not going to be able to take out the SCV, and the Widow Mine coming out here. I love the placement of the bunker. If you guys were ever curious why Terran players put it back here, it's because it gives you coverage over the ramp, it gives you coverage over the mineral line, and it's hard to attack the bunker from multiple directions. A lot of Terran players will actually throw a supply depot right here as well, or some type of building like a barracks to help further seal it off and make it difficult for Zerg players to attack and be aggressive. So I definitely like the placement of the bunker right there from Shuttle. And Shuttle now bringing the Reaper in. Has he killed any drones yet? He's killed off one. That was just a drone that was inside of his base, though. And this Reaper has been able to kill one unit, probably a Zergling, and now is going to be able to heal as it runs away. Metabolic boost now done for Hyun. He's adding on a Roach Warren as well, and definitely could be seeing a Roach Hydra build from Hyun. We could also see a Roach Zergling, you know, kind of mid-game composition, try to keep things under control with Roaches and Zerglings for some time. He is actually making 6 Roaches right now. We could also see a delayed 3-base timing attack here. It's more of like an aggressive move designed to punish the Terran player with a lot of Roaches and Zerglings, but then you see that Hyun is actually adding on more drones now, so he isn't going to be committing to this attack, even though he's got Metabolic Boost and even though he's got, you know, Roach Warren down. He will have to deal with some Widow Mines at the front door. So it's no guarantee that this attack is going to be successful. That Viking launching missiles here on this Overlord, and it will be able to take it down. Nice play by Shuttle right there, keeping Hyun actually under supply. Hyun now having to make 3 Overlords to keep up as he lost that Overlord, and that's not super crucial, but it's always nice as a Terran player when you snipe an Overlord to put the Zerg under supply. Now we do see this Zergling here sniffing out the front door. Oh, it's gonna get taken out. The SCV almost dying. The SCV does die. It was being healed by the medevac, but it does go down because of the Sentinel Missile Radius Blast. And now I love the quick wall coming out from Shuttle here, using his NG base and his supply depots. He realized that the Roaches and Zerglings were on the way, and he sealed this off to buy himself some time. He will need to get another bunker up. He will be relying on his Widow Mines here to keep the front door secure. Oh, great right there from Hyun. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he had one Roach a little further away from his other Roaches to absorb the Widow Mine shot. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think Hyun is gonna commit to an attack, and he's pulling back now. This was more of like tests of waters a little bit, see how things are going, and now he's gonna pull back and macro his pants off. He's got 14 drones on the way. So I kind of like the opening from Hyun, just designed to keep Shuttle on his heels a little bit and make sure that Shuttle doesn't get fancy. And he's now going to pull back and really, you know, go into macro mode. And this is one of the things that Zerg players excel at, you know, going into high macro, going up for more hatcheries. Shuttle now is going to have to try to use his medevacs to try to be a little aggressive here and swing the tide back in his favor. He is bringing in a couple of Widow Mines, but Spore Crawlers are in position, and that's going to keep this medevac back over here. And you know what, with the Spore and the Spine, Hyun has crafted his base defense in order to take out Widow Mine drops. Look, he's got Spores and Spines at every single one of his bases. So with one Spore and one Spine Crawler, basically a Widow Mine cannot survive inside the mineral line of a Zerg player. So I really like what Hyun has done. He's just making sure to play it safe, and it's unlikely Widow Mines are going to be able to accomplish much in this game. This medevac actually almost going down as it was trying to go and sneak into one of these bases. Now it is trapped there, but this hatchery on the left-hand side is going to go down as Shuttle was able to take out that hatchery. I guess kind of distracting Hyun a little bit with that medevac. And so Shuttle now being a bit aggressive. He does have mines planted down all over the place, and now is bringing in his Marines and Marauders. Marines and Marauders feeling quite comfortable because they've got mine coverage, but one Zergling went in and played Minesweeper, and now these Marines and Marauders are in a lot of trouble. There won't be enough mines here to take out. Oh, that last mine, didn't see it, but it was able to, oh my god, the mines from Shuttle. Very nice mine micro. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Shuttle was also doing a really good job of keeping his infantry away from where the Sentinel Missile was heading towards so that he avoided the splash damage. I mean, that was really good play by Shuttle. And now he's just going to pull out of there. Now that one medevac back here, it looks like it did eventually go down, probably to one of these queens or something. And so, unfortunately, that was not successful. But I do think Shuttle has done a pretty good job this game of being aggressive. You can see that the Zerg has lost more than the Terran has, but now Hyun is going to return the favor and attack this location. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any way to take out the floating command center, and now he's going to have to pull back. Doesn't want to deal with the minefield and the Marines and Marauder. Shuttle here has a very nice play style of Terran versus Zerg. You don't see, you know, this kind of infantry bio with Widow Mine micro play too often. It is very hard to do because you have to avoid the Sentinel missiles. And on top of that, you've got to know how many mines you've got, and you've got to have your mines placed in good spots. You know the tough thing to play Terran is when you have mass mech, you've got to plant your siege tanks down and the right spots. It's all about position. When you play bio, it's all about microing and keeping your army, you know, spread out against the banelings and whatnot. When you've got Marines, Marauders, and you've got Widow Mines and, for example, tanks, you've got to play a little bit of both. And I think Shuttle has been doing a pretty good job so far. Very nice Widow Mine control. And now he's going to go in once again. He's got 2-2 on the way, but now Hyun has transferred into Mutalisks here. Mutalisks, not a bad idea. But the thing is, they are also susceptible to Widow Mines, so Hyun will have to make sure to keep his Mutalisks spread apart. You want to magic box them the entire time. You don't want to clump them up for the same reason why you don't want to clump them up against a Thor, because of the splash damage. A lot of banelings I just saw being made right here. Hyun is going with the traditional Muta baneling style. He's got to be careful, though. There are a few mines here. Oh, those mines detonating, and the Muta's taking a good bit of damage right there as the Zerglings take the rest, and now these Marines are going to be able to stomp on these Mutalisks. I love the retreat plan by Hyun, though. He drops off some changelings to try to distract the Terran army, but it looks like we have a Terran drop from cShuttle, who's going in with his medevac and being aggressive. Is going to be able to take out maybe the evolution chamber. Meanwhile, Shuttle has cleared up the Zerg attack at his new expansion, and oh my god, this medevac is almost dead. It has 2 HP. These troops have no way home. They're here to fight and stand their ground. But I cannot believe how good Shuttle is playing right now against Hyun. It's almost kind of like the game with Underdark and Hyun, where Underdark claimed a quick early game lead. Shuttle has an early game lead right now, I have to say. In fact, it's a mid game lead. 145 supply to 156. You would expect to see most Zerg players be way further ahead than that in supply right now. So Shuttle has been playing an incredible game of harass, of Widow Mines. Oh my, brutal. Holy moly, guacamole, that was insane. And these mines are just, I mean, they are demolishing Hyun. Hyun has lost 8,000 resources worth of units. Shuttle has only lost half that much. And, I mean, I think like half the Zerg army right there just died to a mine shot. Meanwhile, we have another medevac drop going over on the left-hand side. That is going to be cleaned up due to the spines and the Zerglings and banelings. But what a game by Shuttle. He's going to try to lay down the trap. The trap has been laid down, and another Widow Mine shot coming off. And I just don't know, when you're going Zergling Baneling, I mean, is it the right unit to have on the field against Widow Mines? I don't know. I actually don't think so. It's very hard to dodge mines. It's almost damn near impossible. Hold that thought, though. We do have multiple attacks going on here as Hyun goes up to the top left-hand side, and he cleans up a bunch of SCVs. Hello, 18 SCV kills for those banelings. Very nice job. But Shuttle also with a bit of revenge on his own. He takes out the hatchery on the right-hand side, and now is making a push for the Zerg homeworld, and all these banelings are morphing out right now. Meanwhile, at the Terran front door, a bunch of banelings coming in, but looks like most of them are going to get cleaned up. Hyun coming in with the bangs out. Shuttle's got to be careful. Shuttle not paying attention, but his Marines, will they be able to hold their ground? They're now retreating, and they get inside the medevac just at the last second. Meanwhile, more SCVs going over to the top left-hand side. Hyun starting to come back in this game with a little bit of aggression on his own, serving the medicine right back to the Terran player, and has been able to take out a lot of SCVs. He's put this command center on fire as well. The action in this game is getting pretty crazy. Will somebody come to repair the command center? It is on fire, and an SCV needs to be called over here. Somebody call him over, and maybe the ones with the gas barrels, not the best idea, but yeah, there we go. They are going to repair that command center and bring it back up to speed. Meanwhile, that medevac, what the heck? There is a medevac back here with a lone marauder supposedly was dropping before. I must have missed it. But wow, what a game so far. 2-2 across the board, 4 upgrades for the Terran and the Zerg player. Lots of Raxes back at home for Shuttle, who's continually pumping out the Marines, Starship Trooper style out of the Raxes. And these Marines back over here using stem. That is a lot of Marines, but these medevacs, I think we'll have to pull them out of the way. Will they be able to get out? He already used Ignite Afterburners, which I think was a mistake. He could have actually saved 8 of those Marines there had he not used his afterburners on the medevacs. He could have saved at least 8 of them, but unfortunately probably was caught up in the moment and ended up using it by accident. Now we do have Ultralisk Cavern on the way. That is a good idea. If you're dealing with this many mines from Shuttle, I think Ultralists are probably the best bet you've got to dealing with, you know, Marines and mines. Ultralists just eat them up, soak up the damage like it wasn't even there, so it's a good idea. Meanwhile, these Banelings continue to roll down the ramp. There are mines here, though. He's got to be careful. More, oh, Banelings coming in, taking out the command center. I don't know where those Banelings came from, but Hyun has annihilated this CC and has planted down some subterfuge, subterranean Zerglings here to keep the land occupied. That is not a prime spot for a command center to come in. I will require a scan to remove the burrowed Zerglings. So wow, what a game so far. 114 supply to 139. It is a very close game of StarCraft 2. Amazing StarCraft right here from both these players. Another hatchery needs to come up though for Hyun. He needs that 4th base operational. I gotta say something for Shuttle though. He needs a 3rd base. He's lost his 3rd base now. He needs another command center desperately, or he's gonna run the risk of running out of money. You can see here he's only got 29 SCVs, 41 of which have been killed this game. He's got less than half the drones that the Zerg has. Of course, he does have meals to make up for that, but oh man, does he ever need this orbital command to go somewhere right now and start to make him some money. Meanwhile, Hyun has been staying with this Zergling Baneling style despite having been walloped by minefield after minefield, and there's the lone marauder going in to take out a drone or two, and I guess no, he's gonna get taken out apparently. Meanwhile, a lot of Marines getting surrounded. Marines, meet your maker. That is not a good day for those Marines, and now it looks like Shuttle, I think, maybe starting to lose control of this game a little bit. You know, he's not as crisp as he was before, and now I definitely feel like Hyun is just starting to go into that. I don't know if it's because he's just such a good player, or if Shuttle is starting to make a few mistakes here or there, but towards the late game here, I definitely feel like Hyun has reclaimed control over this game. He's not even on, he doesn't even have adrenal glands on his Zerglings. I mean, he's just, you know, even though he's on tier 3, he hasn't gotten adrenal glands, despite the fact that he's going mass Zergling. I mean, this is like 100+ supply in Zerglings. This is insane. And I don't know what Shuttle's going to be able to do. He needs a 3rd base, but he might have waited too long to get it. He needs to bring his Marines over here and all of his mines, and he's going to have to pray for some pretty beautiful mine detonations if he wants to stay in this game. He needs to make more Widow mines as well. 3 mines are now on the way from the factory. If his mines, these 4 mines, do not get the detonation of a lifetime, then I don't know how Shuttle's going to be able to hold off this horde of Zerglings. And I love what Hyun did. He just sent in the Banelings first, detonated the minefield, and now these Marines are totally screwed. They got to get out of here, but at the same time, Shuttle's caught between a rock and a hard place because he's got to keep this base alive. I think the best option now is to lift off the orbital command and save it to fight another day. Oh, those mines going in and taking out a few Marines, but taking out more Zerglings than Marines. Those were the 3 new mines that came out of the factory. So actually, Shuttle, with those new mines, were able to hold off the Zerglings there, and now making another concerted push to reclaim this orbital command. He really needs it so desperately. This Zergling is going to force another comsat, though. That's 270 minerals that Shuttle is not going to see for some time. And there we go, more meals coming down. Oh man, this has got to be like a new breath of life for cShuttle, who so desperately needed that base up and running. 98 supply to 118, so I gotta say, guys, Hyun isn't really doing all that great. When you look at the resources lost, he's lost, you know, about a 4th, maybe to a 3rd more than Shuttle has. I mean, it's just due to the Widow Mines. The Widow Mines have been devastating this game. And, you know, Hyun hasn't been doing so great against those mines. So, now that he's making Ultras, so the game changes entirely. 4 Ultras are now on the way. Meanwhile, a lot of Zerglings trying to leak on by, but they do run into reinforcement Marines, freshly trained from the barracks. They know their training. Target the Zerglings and go shoot to kill. But are they trained to deal with Ultras? That is the question. Here comes some more Marines though. There are spine crawlers, really nice, well-placed spine crawlers here, low ground and high ground. Banelings coming in, but they do get taken out. A lot of Widow Mines coming to enforce this position as well. Man, Shuttle is taking a big risk, and the Ultralisk has arrived. That is the Ultralisk that revives upon death, of course, in the campaign mode, but it doesn't matter here. Oh my god! A lot of Marines getting taken out there by a hidden Baneling. That's one of the threats about Ultralisk too, is Banelings it can be hard to see a Baneling under the Ultralisk or next to the Ultralisk sometimes. And so Shuttle there Ended up losing a lot of Marines for no reason at all, but he needs to lift this orbital command before it gets burned. Oh, these SCVs, what are they doing? They apparently thought they could fight off Ultras. Someone never sent them the memo. And oh man, these 3 Ultras, I mean, like I said, they will completely change the landscape of this matchup. And the only, I mean, unless these Ultras happen to run the wrong way into this minefield, which they might just run into this minefield, but even then, I don't think they're going to get killed off. A Widow Mine only does 125 damage. That is not enough damage to kill off an Ultralisk. It would take, it would take 4 Widow Mines to kill off a single Ultralisk, and that's if they all target the same one, which is pretty hard to do. So yeah, this is not looking good for Shuttle now all of a sudden. That Hyun has got the monsters of war on the map, and these Ultras, they just laugh. It's like the Widow Mines don't even do anything, and of course with the Queens in the background as well, they have their own personal medic to keep them alive. This is looking pretty bad here for Shuttle. Shuttle also needs to throw down another comm set to claim this location, and the lack of SCVs I think is really hurting cShuttle as well. He's only got 15 SCVs right now compared to 56 drones. So yeah, Hyun, you are the man. You are the boss upon bosses, and I don't know what Shuttle can do at this point, as the supply differential has tripled in favor of Hyun. We do have some Marauders coming out and concussive shells. The Marauders will assist against the Ultralisks a little bit, but I think at this kind of a disparity, it's pretty hard to come back in the game, barring a miracle. We have seen miracles before, but this is not looking good for the Terran player. The orbital command on fire, infested Terrans coming out. The defectors have arrived, and I bet those Marines wish they were on the Zerg side of things right now. Oh boy, that orbital command is going to go down. Infested Terrans will make sure of that. And last final fungal growth coming as well to lock these Marines and Marauders down. Orbital command is in the orange, almost in the red. Meanwhile, a couple of Zerglings coming over here, and GG calls cShuttle. So Hyun was victorious. What a game, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. That was an incredible battle by Hyun and Shuttle, and I hope you guys enjoyed the 30-minute brawl. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next cast, and this is HD signing out.